Not going online. Well, I'm going to begin anyway. Good evening, everybody. I hope you could see me. This is Rabbi Karen for our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. We are with our Zoom people, our Facebook people, our Sim Shalom people, and our YouTube people. So I hope you're all out there in our Zoom world, and you could speak to me any which way. We are connected on a lot of different venues. I hope you're all doing well. And we're going to begin momentarily our Ma'ariv service. So let me bring up my YouTube. I'm sorry.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Yosef, are you muted? Now you are. Okay. Now you are. Okay, let me bring up my PowerPoint, and now we'll hit share screen. Hi, Albert. You're out there in, I guess, Facebook land. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us. And now for our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Our call to praise. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMavorach. Baruch Adonai HaMavorach Leolam Va'ed. Praise Adonai to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai to whom praise is due now and forever. Okay, now it doesn't want to work. When we look at a sunrise, when we look at a sunset, we think of Adonai's blessings, the physical manifestation of the miracle of separating light from dark and dark from light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim bechokma poteach she'arim uvitvuna mishana itim umachalif et hazmanim umsader et kochavim b'mishmeroteim barakia kirtzono. You abound in blessings, Eternal One, our God, sovereign of all time and space, whose word brings on twilight. With wisdom you open gateways, with understanding you alter times, vary the seasons, and assign the stars to their watches in the sky. Creator of day and night, who rolls light away from darkness and darkness from light. You cause day to pass and bring about night, distinguishing between day and night. Source of all forces is your name. O living and ever-enduring God, reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now a prayer that doesn't ask, but rather it's a prayer that states who we are and our beliefs, the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently to your children. And you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, for they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all my commandments and be holy, holy unto your God. And as Miriam and the women went through the parting of the Red Sea, they sang this song to Adonai, Mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai, Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, no ra tehilot osef eleh. Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried, Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Chashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'acha mirenu malkeinu l'chayim, ufrosh aleinu sukat shalom mecha. Eternal One, our God, cause us to lie down in peace and rise up in life, our sovereign. Spread us over your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us for your name's sake. Shield us and remove from our path all hostility, disease, war, famine, and sorrow. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you are our protecting and saving power, truly a sovereign power. Gracious and compassionate are you, God, our going and our coming in life, now and for all eternity. Spread us over your shelter of peace. Baruch atah Adonai haporesh sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who spread your shelter of peace over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. All right, we're just going to take a quick break and take a look and see who's in our chat. We've got Albert in our chat. And Albert, I'm doing fine. I hope you are the same. And we seem to have no chat in our Zoom, but that's okay. Our Zoom people are being quiet, but that's okay. That means that they're focusing on meditating and eternal and internal prayer. Wonderful. Okay, so let's go back to sharing the screen. Let's go back to our PowerPoint. Yitgada v'yitgada shemei rabba b'yamad yirachirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedecha beit Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv v'yimru amen yehi shmei rabba mevorach Li'olam li'om maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yiraman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu le'lam mikol bechata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram b'yalma v'yimru amen. And now our standing prayer, which only stand if the body allows. Here we are reminding Adonai of the promises that was made to our ancestors and promises made to Mishpocha. We're hoping will be promises kept to us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei HaKol, v'Zocher Chazdei Avot v'Imaot, Umevi Gula Livnei v'Nehem, L'ma'an Shemo b'Ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, be'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayeh hakol ata rab lahoshia, mechakeh chayim bechesed, mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, zomech noflim v'rofei holim, umatir asurim, umkayem emunato, lishenei afar, Micha mocha bal givuro, umido melach, melech memid, umkayem, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'nemanata lahayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayei hakol. And now, our Dvar. Let's see who's in our other chat room. Marvin just joined us, and Ellen, welcome, along with Toby, Susan, Yosef, and Brady. So we've got a full house today. And Albert, still, we're glad to see you somewhere in Facebook land. Parsha Teruma. In the last Torah portion, Mashpatim, we learn of a portion of the laws given to the children of Israel. They were taught what was right and what was wrong. They were given the knowledge of what they were accountable for and the consequences when doing wrong. This week, we learn of the instructions of building the Mishkan, the tabernacle, a sanctuary that they shall make me, and I will dwell in their midst, from Exodus 25:8. Materials listed for this construction would be an ark of acacia wood. Specific measurements included gold rings, cover of gold, cherubim of gold with particulars of how they look, where they face, how their wings are spread, moldings of gold, tables with bowls, ladles, jars, and jugs of gold. Menorahs were fashioned with decor of particular craft and design, cups shaped like almond blossoms. Further details about particular cloth of color and exact measurement of where they would be. And twice we were told that they were shown how this would be created. Explained in Exodus 25:30. Note, see, and make according to their pattern, which you are shown on the mountain. And again we are told, as you were shown on the mountain, so shall they be made. Reading this parsha, I was intrigued by the complete and absolute instructions and description given. And then I thought of when my husband buys an item that comes in a box and needs to be put together. Imagine if it came with instructions in the language that you could read, or with instructions for 20 nuts and bolts, and the box came with 20 nuts and bolts. Or when I give my husband a shopping list, including photos of what I want, and maybe the labels of the exact item, and consider myself lucky if the item I want makes it home. The children of Israel were not only given specific and exact directions, and were shown what was wanted, the biblical version of the photo. Could we? Would we follow and listen? Do we hear what God wants? Moses is told in Exodus 25, verses 2 and 3, speak to the children of Israel, have them take for me an offering for every person whose heart inspires him to generosity. You shall take my offering, and this offering that you take from them, gold, silver, and copper. These offerings would be used to fashion the tabernacle. Rashi says they were given voluntarily. Each person gave what his heart inspired him to. If we, the 21st century children of Israel, were asked to give voluntarily, what would be in our hearts to give? For a child, I imagine a tabernacle of Legos. For the teens, I imagine a tabernacle of iPhones, video games, clothes with ripped jeans, and communication by texting or asking Siri? What would we, the adults, offer? What would we give for our heart, from our heart? Or would we give from our heart? Do we donate by giving of ourselves? Or is it a quick monetary fix? When my son was 5, his friend fell off the monkey bars and broke his wrist. When his friend got home from the hospital with his mom, he had a quarter in his pocket. His mother called me to say that my son gave Andrew a quarter and asked me why. I said to my son, "How did Andrew get your quarter?" Andrew was crying and I wanted to make him feel better. All I had in my pocket was a quarter, so I gave it to him. A child will give of the heart, even if it's monetary, if it comes from within. We need to examine our own hearts to see how we can inspire to generosity, as the children of Israel did on that mountain. All right, let's keep going. So now let's take a few minutes to listen to the prayers in our hearts and in our minds. Oh, say shalom bimrumav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru, imru, amen. And now we are getting ready for our prayer for healing. So if we can type in the names of those who need our healing thoughts and prayers, I will be glad to read their names out. And I'm going to go through my list because I've learned to write it down. Sid and Joyce, Katie and Luna, Chris, Robin, Elizabeth's daughter, Ronnie, Seal's daughter, Diane, Rabbi Allison's daughter, Miriam Bat Shulamit, Carrie, daughter of Bonnie, Lance, and Leslie. And thank you, Sharon. We have Laurice Jacob. Let's go to our chat. Amber Couch, Dorothy, Marlene, Jean, David, John, Kedem, and for all the people who would do harm to others, that they have a change of heart and are transformed. My father, who has become paralyzed, and all who are suffering, absolutely wish him the very best. Al Whelms. Marvin, usually you throw in a few names at the end, so I hope you're typing the names. Oh, and another Seam Shalomer, Ron Chislag. Anybody else? I'm waiting.
Well, doing all night. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Marvin. Go ahead.
Doing all night. Nelson Rispoldo, Karen Quinn.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Thank you. And Sharon writes Brady's dad and Sephora, all who need our healing. All right.
am I coming through with Zoom?
You're coming through on Zoom. I don't see you, but we hear you.
All right, my computer's messed up.
Well, it's okay. We hear you, and that's good enough. But I'm going to mute you now, okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Mishe beirach avotenu mechol habraha limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe beirach imotenu, Mechol habraha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Excuse me. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, v'lo samanu kimishpachot hadama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kichol hamanam, banachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'eman v'haya Adonai lemelech haaretz v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shmo echad. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died in this season and years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of his kingdom. Yitgadal v'yitgadal shemei rabbah, b'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich mahutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalav zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehesh me Rabbah mevorach le'olam al mei amaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yiroman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal. Shmei d'kudashah b'richu le'elam minchal b'chata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata tamiram v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehesh lamar Rabbah min shemayim v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'rumav. Huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'yakol Yisrael b'yimru amen. Let all those who are in mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for joining us. Oh, Barbara joined us too. Good. Glad to see you were here. Sharon, thank you. My father came home and we all went out to celebrate his 95th birthday. So that was a machaya. That was really a mazel for all of us, including him. So thank you all for being here. We are here Monday through Friday. Rabbi Steve, Rabbi Deborah, Rabbi Nancy, Rabbi, I'm losing track of, Galit, Rabbi, I think it was Rabbi Troy, Rabbi Sush. We've got a whole bunch of rabbis now. And we're here for you Monday through Friday. We got our JSLI program. We got the Rabbinic, the Cantorial. I'm admitting Ellen, even though we're getting off the computer now. So, ladies and gentlemen, be well, be happy, be healthy, have a blessed week, enjoy, and you've got my love. Take care, everybody. Ellen, you came back in time to say goodbye. Take care, everyone. Good night.